we all have anxieties, we all have our fears, we all have our differences of opinion, and that's the great thing about what makes us human. Sometimes take out the anxiety, but you know the way the world's going now, and I know every generation has said, "Oh, it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world," but I mean, I don't know if it's the end of the world, but in some ways, it's definitely the end of decency, and it's the end of camaraderie. So, one of the things I think is that the world needs to sit down and just hit the blunt, man. I mean, collectively, and I get it, not everyone, whatever, but I feel like there's so much negative in the world that there it's hard to find positives, and to find an exceptional, I don't know how I want to say this, to find, I guess, solace in all this chaos. It's easier said than done, but I think little things can start. I think if every single person tries something to make themselves better, then the rest of the world could be a better place. And cigars, that's one of the things that's really helped me out, because smoking's bad, vaping's bad, and all that. But vaping, I actually started noticing it messing with my throat, so I figured I'd pick up some cigars and see how that went. And while I'm smoking them, it really does relax me. And um, you know, it doesn't even have to be just go pick up a crap black and mild. And I'm not even suggesting everybody smoke. I'm just saying that in a world that is going insane, it may not be the worst thing for people that are smoking to maybe not stop. I'm not promoting bad health here. Not trying to promote bad health, but I mean, I smoked cigarettes for probably a good decade or so, and then I quit. And there's some days where just I just miss it, and I know that people, it's one of the hardest things to quit. I would assume. Scratch that. I feel like heroin and things are a lot harder to quit, so I'm not trying to trivialize that, but I don't know. It just makes me think of things. Just it's a nice time to sit down, hit a cigar, and just kind of let the world fade away for that however long you're smoking it, whether it's like I said, whether it's a little one like this or a big old stogie. It's just to have that world melt away for that however long, and you just sit there and nothing, just pure. It is what it is. We're just sitting here. You take that minute, and I think everybody needs that minute. So whether it's with cigars or weed, drinking, as long as it's in moderation, everything it is in moderation. So as long as you're, it's not hurting anybody else, and as long as it's good for you, there's people just need to veg out, and just, we all need that. We all need like a safe space. And I don't mean like you tell your employer, "Oh, I need to stop because I need a safe space." I don't mean abusing that power. I mean truly, like, we all just need time to vent. And as I've talked about before, I go to therapy now, and it does help. But I'm also doing this. This is more for my in between therapy sessions, and just kind of whatever's on your mind, just let it kind of melt away and think about, I was watching Dragon Ball Z earlier, and I'm like, yeah, man, let's just talk about some Kamehamehas and Goku and that stuff. And I don't know. I guess the moral of this episode is just kind of, do your thing, try to be good to people, because we're all struggling, we're all kind of, living our own turmoil. And just because you may, and I do this sometimes, people will tell me like, "Oh, I'm dealing with this," and I'm like, I'll kind of give it that first initial thing, but then I'm like, you know what, maybe maybe that is that person's, like, that's their catalyst, that's their everything, end all, whatever. Maybe that's their button pusher. I don't know. So just let's all just try to be cool and love each other. We're all in this together, man. Bro. But that's really all I got for this one. But just take care, and uh, just another journal thought with Aaron. Take it easy.